Hi, Tara Andrews, owner and CEO of Joyful Coaching, here with part 4 of How to Be a Better Boss. So up until now, we've talked about rewarding for results, time management for managers, and playing to your strengths. Today, I want to talk to you about inspiring peak performance, which goes a little further than just incentives. When you think about inspiring peak performance, I want you to narrow it down to one word: communication. Communication is key to motivating your team to give you 110% every single time. And that communication needs to be 3 parts. 1, communicate the vision. 2, communicate your expectations. And 3, communicate any course corrections. Let's take those one at a time. First, communicating the vision. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, "For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle?" Modern day translation. If no one understands the noise you make, why are they going to rally themselves to follow you? The biggest mistake I see bosses make is taking the position that because they're the boss, they don't have to explain themselves. They simply bark out an order and everyone is supposed to fall in line, no questions asked. That might work in the military or a prison, but if you're in an organization of free-thinking people who can come and go as they please, that is not an effective strategy. Better bosses communicate the vision, and they communicate it early and often. When people know where they're going, they're more secure in their ability to get there. When people know where they're going, they're more likely to come alongside you and go in the same direction. And so my question to you is, boss of your department, your division, your organization, have you clearly communicated to everyone where it is you're going? Have you communicated the where, and have you communicated the why? Because the why is what really fuels people to get in there and pull. If they believe in your why, they will go above and beyond whatever it is you ask them to do. Ladies and gentlemen, it's buy-in its purest form. And until you have buy-in, you are never going to get the best that you can get from your employees. So be sure that you have clearly communicated the vision. Once you communicate the vision, then you need to communicate your expectations. If this is where we're going, and this is why we're going there, now what is my role and my responsibility in helping the organization, helping the team get there? Because everyone cannot do exactly the same thing. Just like players on a football field or sailors on a ship. Everyone has his or her distinct place and position. And as everyone plays his or her distinct place or position, it all comes together and we win, or we get to wherever it is we're trying to go. There is nothing, hear me, there is nothing more frustrating, more demoralizing, more energy sapping for an employee than to come to work day in and day out and not be sure what it is they're supposed to do. Moving paperwork around, but not exactly certain if they're giving the boss what the boss wants, only to hear during the performance evaluation that they should have been doing this all the time, or only to get to the end of the project or to the deadline where the deliverable is due, only to hear the boss say, That wasn't what I was looking for. Don't do that to your employees, and don't do it to yourself. After you clearly communicate the vision, make sure that you have clearly communicated to each person on your team what it is you expect from them and how it is you both will know that they're giving you what you're asking them for. And then finally, you need to communicate any course corrections. Because again, like any thinking, rational human being, if you tell me this is the destination, and if you tell me this is what I need to do to the destination, to get to the destination, if all of a sudden I come into the office and it looks like we're headed in a different direction, or the strategy has completely changed with absolutely no explanation, I am going to get frazzled. I'm going to get upset. I'm going to be very excited for all the wrong reasons. Second biggest mistake I see bosses make is hiding problems or hiding challenges. Yes, you're the boss, the buck stops with you, you're getting paid, hopefully very good money, to make decisions and to solve problems. But if you're working with the team, your team needs to be part of your solution and your problem-solving activities, not apart from them. And if you take a hard left one day when the team thought we were all going north, then you're going to begin to get resistance. You want your team to trust you and have confidence in you. Trust and have confidence in your team. Treat them like grown-ups. Communicate to them when there's an obstacle, when there's a challenge, when there's a problem that necessitates a course correction. Again, that is how you make sure that they are keeping in mind the where we're going, and they also still understand the why of what we're doing. Because that why is what's going to fuel them to give you everything they've got. So again, if you want to inspire peak performance in your employees, you're going to make sure you've communicated the vision. You're going to make sure you've communicated your expectations of each one of them. And you're also going to make sure you communicate any course corrections that may arise along the way. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to join me again next week for the 5th and final part of our series, Dealing with Difficult Employees. In the meantime, if you have found value in this video or any videos in this series, please make sure that you share them with your colleagues, your family, and your friends. I would love for them to have this information as well. Again, I'm Tara Andrews. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again next week.